Hi and welcome to part 2 of the mould series. This will probably go into 3 videos again, just like last week's is. And this is obviously the second part, and really what I wanted to do is just use a couple of the moulds and I wanted to use a couple of ones that maybe I've not used quite as often. So I'm going to be using the tube-in mould. And I'm going to show you how I demold this. I think there is a couple of ways for demolding it, but I'm going to show you the way that I do it. So we're going to do those, and we're going to be using some different shades of purple for those ones. They don't take too much resin in that, but we'll come to that when we get to that bit. I'm also going to be using this mould here, which is the extra long with all the tubing bungs. And we shall be making an Aries pen, and something that I never actually do, I don't normally ever make these types of pens, but I'm actually going to be label casting. Now I'm not sure how well it'll go because I haven't practiced this. This is just me straight in doing it, so you're going to see all the mistakes I make, and basically we'll hopefully work them out together, and I won't have to repeat this part of the video too often. But I'll tell you if I do. So it's a 10mm tube for this, and pen blanks and moulds also do this little thing which helps you out a bit with cutting the labels. I've got the Sierra ones here, which is the same size tube for the Aries, and this little bit, so we're going to be working out about using all of this as well. And the design that we're going to do is my own design. The reason I don't do tube-ins is because a lot of it is sometimes a fine line between the copyright of them, so I don't tend to do them. But for this one, we're going to revisit a previous project. So I'm going to turn it down to the table here, and I'm going to explain a little bit more about this. Okay, so this is the mould set, and obviously the little thing that might save us. I've got a bit of photo paper here. Now I bought this photo paper, I don't know if he sells it as a regular thing, but from Mr. Laser, I think it was. It comes unbranded. I don't know if he's still selling it, but that's where I got it from. But there is other photo papers that you can use that are adhesive backed, so I'm just going to be using that. The design I'm going to be taking from is from this resin art picture, which we did in a project a couple of weeks ago. So what I'm going to be doing is, first off, I'm going to be taking a photograph of it. Now I've already done this, so I'm going to take a photograph of it, and I'll put that one up in the corner right now. And then I'm going to be adding a bit of colour to it through the editing software on my phone, just to brighten it up a little bit. And this will then cut down to this picture going up right now. So that's the design that I'm going to be going off. I'm then going to go and put it onto my computer, the photographs, and I'm going to print it out, but probably just a small one like that. So this will be down to about that size. And then I'm going to be looking at placing this on where I think's right and cutting it out at that point. So yeah, basically that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to show you the computer bit because it's basically only getting my photos on there and getting them printed out onto here. But we're going to come back right now with that photograph printed out for you. Right, that's us back. I've printed this out into a photo now, and the next bit that I need to do is actually to figure out what part of this I'm going to use. Using a sharp knife now, I need to cut round this. We can get this a bit sharper. That's better. Okay. A bit raggy on that edge, but I think it'll be okay. So that's a little image we've got now. Now I've never used one of these before, So I just sanded off the tube and just going to give it a little wipe with some methylated spirits just to clean any of the dust off, hopefully. Give that a minute or two to dry. Okay, so what we need to do now is to get the backing off this. Like I say, I'm just bumbling along here. These are not my normal style. Just when you need longer nails, you don't have them. Going to stick that on the end so that I can push it in. Actually, so just pushing it in there, and I'm just going to roll the barrel off the end of here really. Okay, so far so good. Looks quite neat, but well, I don't like that line there. Don't know how you get rid of that. Right, so we will need to trim up the edges of the barrel here now. Just pushing our blade into the middle really. Right. Only worry is that those corners come off. So, anyway, the next part that we're going to do now is we're going to get it onto the tube and into this and get it cast, and at the same time we're going to cast this. Okay, that's us back. I've put the moulds into the oven because we're going to be using the Alumilite Clear, so we need to heat the moulds for that. I mean, I'm hoping that this will be okay because I don't want to put that in the oven because it might all peel off. So, but of course if it doesn't work, then we'll have to use a different resin. That's all the difference is there. So I'm going to, first of all, somebody suggested in my last video that maybe I pour the two parts out at the same time and write A and B on them. So I'm going to do that this time. So I get my black pen. So I think we're going to need just a small amount. I'm just going to be guessing with these measurements here really. So we'll start with part A. I'm not going to go for much, so we'll just get a little bit poured out for that. It's always in grams I go. That's probably more than enough, which is 24.5. So I need 24.5 of B.
First time I ever saw you, I fell in love when you entered the room. And when the light hit your face, we were just kids, but I knew right away that I will be with you until I stop breathing. I will keep loving you as long as my heart's beating. Oh, hold me close, promise you won't let go. I'm nothing without you, I don't know what I would do without you. You are the one I choose, I wanna grow old with you. I'm nothing without you, I don't know what I would do without you. I'm still in love with the way that you smile. And when I look in your eyes, I know that I will be with you the rest of my life. I will be with you until I stop breathing. I will keep loving you as long as my heart's beating.
Hi and welcome back. So these are out of the pot now. So this is the tubing one. So easy obviously to get out. I mean, that's one of the reasons I love the silicone. Now you should just peel out the end here. No bother. My glasses on now. Doesn't appear to have any issues with it, so can't really see that well. Got a hair in the top of it, a couple of tiny bubbles, but nothing otherwise. So I'll do another video for this one, and it'll be the same. It'll go out next week. We'll go and turn it and get it on a pen and see what it looks like, because this is actually my first tube one that I've decorated. So we'll get that one done, and I'll get that up next weekend for you. So, well, it'll be this coming weekend, because obviously this will be going out on the Wednesday, so it'll be the coming weekend. So the next thing is I did the mould, so that's it there. Now I'm going to turn you down towards the, oh, you can see actually what I do with these, because these are quite difficult to demold, because obviously there's a lot of suction goes into the bottom of these and they don't just push out. So what I tend to do is I try and push them in at the bottom, really, to try and get them sort of moving out the top, move all the edges from it, and then I use my compressor to pull it away from the edges if you can. Right, that's the first one out. Then if you just stick that, some of them, sometimes they pull, but they've got a hell of a suction. So right, and that'll pull out from there now. So they're pretty straightforward once you get them moving. So it's more fiddly than anything, really, to be honest. It's like target practice, isn't it? That's it, should come out now. So yeah, a bit fiddly, but they do come out like that. Like I say, if there's a drill press, you can go to the website and check those out. So those are purple ones as well. So that's the second part of this set of videos, and it was using these two moulds, because this one, I have seen somebody in the US selling these, but I've not seen anybody in the UK selling them. So I wanted to show you that, really. And these are really handy because they're already round, there's less resin waste, and you know, these blanks, you can't really see them until they're turned, but they're just, the purples, the different shades just runs through them. They should be quite nice blanks once they're done. I'll get those up on the Etsy store, and I shall see you with the next video, which will be turning this into a pen. Thanks very much for watching.